Now when we are saying when God is everywhere, divinity is everywhere, all pervasive, then what is the hurdle? Why we are not seeing it and realizing? Someone or something which is all pervasive, what is the hurdle then? Why should all not feel that it is everywhere? That question should be there, no, in everybody's mind, why it is so. So for that we say that yesterday we said that four things. Bhakti, Bhakt, Bhagwant, Guru, Chatushnam, Bapu ek. इनके सुमरनते मिटे जग के विघ्न अनेक. These are not four different things. And this realization dawns upon that devotion, devotee, God and Guru, they are not four people. They are name of the same person, four names. How to make it more clear? Suppose this somebody has been given a work because he has become to that extent attained. And if that attainment comes down, then he feel I am there. This I sprouts one's existence, one's own sense of being. That is the trouble. So in other words, if we efface ourselves, then we realize that it is everywhere, omnipresent. So that is why I say if you have to, anytime if you have any kind of doubt, first thing you have to do the omnipresence. Attribute which should come in our heart or mind is omnipresence. Then you will go in right kind of analysis, right kind of understanding, right kind of balance. Because then once you establish this very clearly, and for that if you have any doubt, then we go to the Guru and get it cleared that how it is so. So that what is the boundary, what is the hurdle? We ourselves are hurdle. Now how not to become that hurdle? So that start with real, whatever, wherever we are, to ourselves. If we become real, then whatever we are doing, that is on the path of realization. Whatever you are doing, because it is, I say, you should become evidence. Now, there is nobody to pass a judgment on us. We ourselves have to do that work. What we really are, only Guru knows. But what we really are for ourselves, only we know. In this two time I using, there is a difference. What we really are, that only Guru knows. But what we really are for ourselves, that only we know. Nobody else knows that. What I am to myself, that I only know at this time. Isn't it? Wherever my wisdom is, whatever I am doing, I am answerable to myself. I am visible to myself that this is what I am doing. That should be real. There should be, what do we mean by real? That is the wherever this, what we have written in 5 principles and all that literature. Being and becoming, what it is. That should be real. Then this slowly, this boundary will collapse. And that omnipresence we will begin to feel. So for that, different ways we have to know how to, because it becomes so a kind of oceanic that you have told efface yourself, then it is there, but certain things should be there to establish ourselves. So for that we have told that there are these 16 avasthas, different ways people have called them. And there are these 7 chakras or spheres within your body. They are outside as well as they are within your body. Then there are these 4 avasthas of you undergoing. So, to make clarity to oneself, it will not be difficult. Whether one is distressed, whether one is desirous, whether one is seeker, or whether one is completely in knowledge. If one is aware, that awareness, then it will be clear that where are we to ourselves. Now, what we really are, why I keep on saying, giving this rider, because it should not be confused like people start confusing. That is all being caught in snare of Maya. Somebody told him, you go and do this. That should be over like that. Why should there this question come? No, I am going to do this. Then you created I. So then he was sent to the person who created. That so that he gets his sense that, oh, I got created from somebody else. There is another mechanism through which called Brahma, through which I got created. So that creation's part is over. No, I am not there. Somebody else created. So everywhere, same way as God's creation is so widely created, we have created our own small creation. That needs to be demolished. When we say demolished, it means you need to be aware. That is all demolition takes. That this is merely a facade, merely an illusion. Neither I am this, nor this is there. Then only that, then what I am, who am I, how I am, then we move into that direction. So that is why I come back again and again to the oneself. That other than you, there is nobody else. And once we begin on this path, then automatically what I am saying, that omnipresence, slowly we will move in that direction and we will feel. Then there will be no doubt. Any kind of doubt will not sprout. Because there is no difference between real you and reality. Maximum what one can be is real to oneself, truthful to oneself, honest to oneself, whatever you want to call it. Kind of rijuta, rectitude. Means simple what it is. That is how I am. With that, whatever, then one should not doubt, because beyond that you can't do anything. And below that you should not do. So that is the boundary. Something which you can't go beyond and something which you should not go. Because now you know this is like going down. If you are not maintaining that rectitude, that means you are pulling yourself down. Why should you do that? And then there is a trouble. Then you get caught into the snare of Maya. But what you are, then you should not doubt. Why I am saying this? Because that is what you can do. There is no other way. That is why it is called realization. So when this happens, that's why I take note. Because when your journey becomes little too much inward, then slowly world will start having no meaning. If you can see, so long as we have been doing this, some kind of already disconnection with the world has started. This is certain. If you look at your journey, you will find some difference. Slowly it will become as non-existent. But as in awareness, it is not that you will not see people and not do the work. But in your awareness, you will see it is not there. That means you have become so light now. So I say just keep noting down certain things so that you keep track of yourself, that you are traveling, because suddenly some pull comes. Karmas are there, certain pull comes. Then if any time, if you go a little bit here, there, then it takes some time, nothing more than that. Just like coming back on track. So, to remove this possibility to the extent possible, we have to maintain this rectitude, Rijita, or reality, a real, that you remain real to oneself. So that is the only way, we can say, which is easier for all. Then it should be very simple. And to maintain this practice as there, awareness keeps that priority clear. Because once we are in relative words, in absolute you do not have anything to say. So relativity starts when we try to give it a form. If there is no form, where is the relativity? What will you relate with? So form means some attribute should be there. So in attributes also, there is a priority. Like your fundamental rights, Supreme Court gave judgment that certain rights are more fundamental than the others. So all are fundamental, but certain are more. So here attributes of divinity, certain are prior. So I say, remember this, omnipresence is prior, because people when they get mired into this thing, they say God is all powerful, God is all omniscient, all these things fine. That is true, but there is a priority in that too. First of all, it is all pervasive, omnipresent. Omnipresence is the attribute which should be kept on first priority. Then you can come down further wherever, omniscient, compassionate, all those things, omnipowerful, all those things are there, but later that should be there. So then you will not get confused, because these things where people get is either confusion or inertia or doubt. These things become hurdle in one's own journey towards truth, towards reality, towards self, whatever you want to call. So these, it is like, what is the role of Guru, we say. If you remember, when we go to see of somebody in a train, how many of you, I think everybody might be having this experience, and you are sitting with them in train, and suddenly other train is moving. You feel you are moving until you look other side and see, no, I am stationary. Because here, for one moment you are taken away that you are really moving, but you see otherwise. So that other side is Guru, which is stable. It tells you clearly that you are stable, whereas you have nothing else there. Otherwise you feel you are moving. Same thing is there. Realization. That Jeev is moving, Jeevatma is moving, so he says the whole world is moving or divinity is moving. It is as it is all the time. Because this I am telling very clearly that omnipresence is such which you cannot think of opposite. There is no opposite for it. So it becomes easier for mind to get convinced, to find, if any kinds of doubt, that mind defeats itself. Now this is my boundary. Here I have to perforce surrender. If I surrender in the right way, then also if I have to, then I have to, because there is no go field for mind. So omnipresence. There are downwards you can just convince. So when one's mind becomes tranquil, peaceful, then it will let you sit and have experience of yourself. Because this I keep emphasizing so that it remains up and up. It's one directional. There should not all the time again and again coming back and going forth, that way should go. Because more you realize, more these things become clear. That how from this diversity can be understood and creation can be understood. When I say both the things are the same, they are the different name of the same. That means when it is what is a devotion? It is a relation. One point of time, it is a relation. What is our relation with the divinity? Through devotion only. Now, any other activity, what is a devotee? When it is gone totally into it, so long as it sees its existence separately, then it is devotee. Suppose at one point of time, it doesn't feel its existence. All the cleanliness, it is totally washed. One's own creation is over. Whatever impressions you call them, sanskar, are over. Then who is there? When your own creation is over. Who is that is? So that is also gone. So when there are such experiences, come in moments, come in for a smaller duration, that means they verify it, that such is the case. Because all time if you become like this, then there is no creation. There will be nothing.
It's like a teaser or a trailer, is it?
To make sure that the movie is there. Because if it is completely gone, then there is no creation. So that creation means play. There is no play. But one should not become so much engrossed in one's role that he start thinking that I am this. Playing Gabbar Singh, then I am Gabbar Singh, not the kind of that. You are playing a role, that's all. That's a need of a play. Directors who are given anybody, okay, you are fit for this. The role is over. What is that? You were not the role, you were just playing the role. So that is let's be so what is Guru, the third element in that. It's more stable than what we are. As I told, this railway example, something like where you can always look at that. The stability you need, no, I'm that. Or I gave elephants example that way. Because same, when we say they are same, that we are talking about the ultimate nature, ultimate our existence. This comes from the same, that if God is omnipresent, then where are you, what else you can be. But still when we are not feeling that omnipresence, then what is the hurdle? So that what I am trying to explain, that hurdle is our own being. Once our being is effaced, then that only only remains who is there. So that is what for cleaning is, that is what the role is. So they say for this human birth is very crucial, important, because it is here that you can realize it in full potential. Every word which is spoken can be realized. So when people say such things, one should be with this. Our is a very simple way. When people say, I have seeing God means some person is sitting there and talking to you. It is not like that. That you can create very well with your mind. And that will work also. It is not that it will not work. But that is not real. Because more and more your omnipresence, suppose your presence increases, then what will you see? Nothing you will see. If omnipresent you are, you will see nothing. That is what maximum can be told. You visualize it. Everywhere you alone, now what will you see?
Oneself.
Huh?
Yourself.
No, anything you say, I am saying you are omnipresent. There is not a question of you and I there. Suppose there is an omnipresence that could be you or anybody else. What will that omnipresence see?
It's like an eye see itself.
Eye
Cannot see itself.
cannot see itself. Cannot see. So that is why we call all things as a nothingness. You have to go through it. When anything is left, anything will, whatever you acquire, it will take that what is left, it's safe. Everything which is collected will be collected in a vessel. So when vessel has become like that, is a no vessel. Now, how to remember, that's why we say that's why again Guru's rule, that if you become a wave in the ocean, then you don't know that you are a wave anymore. So somebody needs to tell you you are a wave. You are not ocean yet, though you are in ocean. So that you don't go haywire and go somewhere where something else happens.